kosa yetu he kama nasi tunavyowasamehe waliokutusea, usitute katika majaribu lakini utuokoe na yule simovu milele.
En el jardín de Dios creció una flor que un colibrí sintió. Voló sobre la tierra, campos de paz y guerra, pero no encontró su flor, pero no encontró su flor. Dios, la flor del arco iris no era la que buscaba, ni la del más noble olor, ni la de increíble olor. Su adorada flor que lo habitaba dentro de su corazoncito y no la podía ver, y no la podía ver, no, 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 la del néctar del amor.
Good morning. On the day after. Wow. A warm welcome, especially to the people who are joined now for the weekend only. Maybe somewhere attracted by the action on the beach yesterday. A warm welcome. Does the translation work? Works? Good. All right. So yes, we did it. And we can clap now, of course, but we also dedicate the whole morning to celebrating the sacred action of yesterday. My name is Benjamin. I haven't appeared here publicly, but I was the proposed speaker today and part of the hosting team. And the wish is, instead of a speech, to have this morning a harvesting time of what we achieved yesterday, of what was given to us. So we will lead through that. But before we do that, I would love to ask one of the fire keepers who kept the fire here yesterday to light the fire. And one person, and we are all water protectors now. We have been initiated, but one who feels a call this morning to sit with the water while the fire is lit and have a moment of dedication. Who is a water protector? Beatrice, yes, the coast of Portugal. A simple moment of dedication. Thank you to the water. That was so powerful. It was in my night, all through the night, I was dreaming of the ocean and the power of the ocean. And really thank you again to the fire keepers. It was so good to have such a huge public event with so many people, knowing that were 3-4 people in Tamara who held center, who held fire. And when I came home at night at 11:30, I came to such a place of calmness and focus and gentle transformation that I knew that was part of our power of the action yesterday. Sacred activism, knowing that the action does not only take place where the people are and where the words are and the media are, but there's more to it. A whole nother dimension, people holding fire. Good. And now, before we start and get into the pictures and the celebration, I asked Tiokasin to attune us with a flute. Thank you also for, now that he gets up, thank you for holding the drum as you did yesterday. It was beautiful.
Wow, good morning. Ihane washte. Yeah, hey, could you do something? Could you think about this, feel it first, and then maybe think about it, is that you made your mother very proud. And who is that? Mother Earth. You made her proud. So please give her a hand instead of ourselves. Give her a hand because she was there all the time. And give her a hand right now, the loudest you can give to her, Mother Earth. Mother Earth. Wow, that was kind of lame. Wow. Can you do it now? Can you really express it from here? One, stand up. 1, 2, 3. Wow. You still didn't get it. There's only 3 who stood up for Mother Earth. Can you stand up for Mother Earth and give her all you can? Give it to her. Give it to her, Mother Earth. Thank you. So that's for Mother Earth, and just think if we felt that way, not just a couple seconds that we connected with her yesterday, but for a minute, 2 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, hour, 2 hours, all day, every day of the rest of your life, that you make Mother Earth proud of you as her employee. You see? So you have jobs, like I said the other night, that she will never fire you because now you are permanently employed by Mother Earth as a protector. So there you go. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. I see that the space gets already prepared to look at. Zooming out to look at what we have done yesterday. And one moment of thank you for Tiokasin, because I also feel that there are different modes of celebration. And in my heart, it was a great opening yesterday with many people. And whenever there is this opening, I feel the celebration and the joy. And at the same time, this is how it works. Maybe in our times, I feel the pain and the state of Mother Earth as well. So let's celebrate both today. The success and the heart opening to where she is at. So thank you for the song who carried that frequency. Now I see the youth. Is Toccata here? No. The eye of the dolphin. Anyway, it is her birthday. Where's La Donna? Probably celebrating the birthday with her. I don't know. We sent her greetings. We sent her greetings of gratitude. I heard, where I was, I did not hear the song, but some people said that it was the most moving part of the ceremony when Toccata sang. So, thank you, Toccata, for the beauty of your being and the beauty of your voice. May you have a blessed day, and may you take the blessings that you have received here in your heart so that they sprout manifold wherever you go. Good, so here we are.
Is John here? Where are our main protagonists? Okay, anyways, this is actually, there are not so much words needed right now because this is just a very preliminary photo selection that we made last night. And the main point is that we show you what could be seen from the air. And I think we will. That is the last one.
Du kannst gleich noch was sagen, um selber zu sagen, diese keine offenen sozusagen. Du kannst gleich was dazu sagen, um aber das Stimmen dazu geben. You can leave it there, Boris. Yeah? All right. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah. So, thank you. So, we thought of opening up to some of the voices that are part of this sharing. And we try to do it in a way that we do not lose being touched with what we see and what we did and the action. I know there were estimates of, we were 800 to 1,000 people, we still don't know. But I do know that additionally to us being here, so many people joined. And I carry the trust in my heart that people were initiated on some level by a great surprise, going for a vacation on the beach and encountering something that is so urgent in this time, and having this ripple effect, this moment where something changes in their life. And I believe many of us had beautiful contacts with the people on the beach, involving them to stand up for our mother and for the earth. Yeah. I will once say for the overview for the morning, I would like at the end to also find 15, 20 minutes to put in some of the thoughts that I wanted to speak about. But first, let's gather what is here today. And I would ask Martin first. Is there something you want to say about this action? Do you know already? Resonance in the world, whatever.
I don't know, it has been a production since, or preparation since February. And then yesterday to see this photo after this incredible day and really this, a true combination of a political act with a ceremony. And then seeing this photo, it was almost like not being able to believe it. Yeah, so I'm very, very grateful to how we came together to create this love declaration to the earth. And especially to John Quigley with his incredible power, not just yesterday, but all throughout the preparation. And I just want to say about the photos and the video of this, that we are working at the moment to get an actual photo selection of the best stills together and to upload them on our campaign site. We are having technical difficulties at the moment, so hopefully we can resolve them and bring it up very soon. And also there is a team working on a video. There is a lot of footage from all the action, and hopefully this evening or tonight we will have a beautiful video clip online that we can spread. And there are, as we've said already, Greenpeace is eager to push this. There are several networks that this will go out through, And so we ask that this action at this one point will have this ripple effect where this message of honor for the earth will reach people's hearts in a way that it will really prevent the oil drilling of this coast. And this is now the next step after creating it, that this information will reach out into the world in a way that it will have this effect. So I thank in advance for this success.
So maybe to this part of information, I think many were touched by having a political action so much of a real ceremony. And really, I gratitude for the holders of ceremony in this action, because, whoever does not only see what is material, so many has a sense of what is going on a deeper layer. So when we send out this information now, when it is about press and media and networks and computers and upload difficulties and so on, let's stay with a prayer. Let's stay with a prayer. Because it makes a difference. It's about emails now and about images and networks, but we send a prayer into these networks with every email, with every chunk of information in the internet. And I would ask one of the holders of ceremony to say something if you want.
Mainly gratitude. I can say yesterday in the morning my power sentence was, my life may be a prayer this day. And in this sense, I really felt the whole day in this way. And standing there with the prayer, with the water, and then giving water with this really heartful opening to Mother Earth and to what is happening here, I feel that I want to carry this seed in my heart. I feel that something is happening to the country. It's much more than only beyond oil drilling. Of course, we wish that this won't happen. But I feel that from the whole event, something is happening where we all remember on a deep level that we are children of this earth. And in this way, I felt this initiation that even the tourists were invited to feel as caretakers for the water. I felt it really strong. And thank you, Benjamin, for saying the words. I think it's so important that the whole action stays in this attitude. We are not missionaries. We are not the ones who say, you have to do this and that. It must come from our heart. And I felt this yesterday really strong. And I felt to stand there. On the other side, there was La Donna with the fire. And we started here really with the fire. When we heard about Standing Rock, we did light the fire in Tamara for days and nights. And we prayed that this starting movement of healing will be heard worldwide. And this prayer I keep in my heart. And I'm full of gratitude. And may we now, in the coming days, find the way, because we have this event now, and then we go home to our places. And that we keep this feeling of being a planetarian family who is caretaking for life on this planet, that this grows in all of us, and that we know how to build the network from the heart. Life is relationship. And so we are now responsible. We give answer, we respond to this kind of relationship in a universal, loving way. Thank you.
And we would also like to just open for some voices. There's a hand. Please come, yeah? Sofía from Mexico.
Buenos días a todos. ¿Alguien quiere traducir? No, no puedo. Muchas gracias a todos por estar aquí, por hacer este evento tan único.
Thank you, all of you, for being here, for making this event something unique.
Para mí fue una gran posibilidad para sanar. Sanar, vengo de un país que se llama México y es un país completamente destrozado por el petróleo.
For me, it was a chance for healing, and for healing in relation to Mexico, where I come from, because Mexico is totally destroyed because of the oil.
Hay refinerías por todas partes, hay fugas de oleoductos, hay todas estas heridas tan profundas donde la gente ya ni siquiera puede levantarse, están completamente muertos en vida.
There are many oil industry, pipeline leakings, and like people are so deeply wounded that they cannot stand up anymore, like they are death in life.
Pero yo ayer me sentí con vida, es muy bonito estar con vida, con la tierra, con el agua, con la gente, estar en armonía, dar esta esperanza, sentirse parte de todo.
And yesterday I really felt alive, being with the people in harmony, with this joy, with hope. It was really a great experience.
Escuchar la canción.
With the water and the earth, she said, being in harmony. Yeah.
Y bueno, escuchar también la canción de Toccata es como escuchar mi canción interna. A ver, lo sentí tanto. Las personas portuguesas detrás mío, todos abrazados, todos queriéndonos y todos teniendo una gran intención. Estas fotografías para mí son para el mundo, pues para México también, y tengo tantas ganas de regresar a México y poder transmitir esto mismo. No muerte, sino vida.
So when I heard the song from Toccata, it felt so much like my inner song. And to be there sitting with people from Portugal behind me, like in a collective hug, it felt great. And to see these pictures now, and I feel like I'm looking forward to go back to Mexico and to show them and to bring a message of life instead of death.
Thank you, Tamara. Thank you so much for all your teachings. Thank you, Standing Rock, for the standing. Thank you, all of you. It's really very beautiful to know you and to feel you and to be with you everywhere. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sofía. This was also a big part of the spirit that carried the action for me yesterday, was that it was so tangible that it is a global family issue, as La Donna once said here. And the spirit really of solidarity and going beyond animosity at this point, but really standing for life.
Hello, I'm from England and I'm in training to be a priestess of Rhiannon, and we have all felt so deeply the beauty and the sacredness and the the vibration from the indigenous people here. And I would just like to say that the spiral that La Donna and Sabina were standing in, this is a hugely sacred form, which also goes back to the goddess cultures, because all over the world, actually, there were goddess cultures. The goddess represented life, the whole life-death cycle, very much connected to the earth and the waters. And I felt also moved to be part of this very deeply sacred form, which also takes all of us right back to the cultures where men and women lived in harmony, where on Malta, for example, there were 2,000 years of peace. In fact, a man I spoke to in the museum said there had been no evidence of violence in any of the skeletons that they examined. So for me, this took me back to times when there was greater peace on the earth, and that we all have access to our own, if you like, indigenous past when there was peace. So I just wanted, and I know Sabina has written about going to Malta and Gozo, which inspired me to go there, and I was in Crete doing ceremony in a deep cave and other places on the earth. So I just wanted to share how moving this whole, it's just amazing to see that picture and know that we were part of it. I think words fail me at this point, but it was just the most wonderful experience. And to be able to offer this to people that have perhaps had no sense of ceremony or how we can worship the sacred in a way so naturally and easily, that moved me so much, that vision of people streaming off the beach towards us, that was just extraordinary. So thank you.
Thank you.
I had the honor to stand together with Saskia on the gate of the Cosmogram. And I had the honor to see the faces of Mother Earth changing. I think all the 500, 600, or the 1,000 went through us, through this gate. And all the faces, all the colors, all the clothes that were changing in the beginning were the people who knew that they are coming for this ceremony. And later it was the people that we were rallying from the beach. And we were saying thank you to the people, thank you for joining. And mainly what came back to us was that people were thanking us for inviting them to such ceremony. We would say, para aquí, para allí, from here. And they were like looking, where is it? And to come through. And this brought me to this place of saying, those of us, like Tamara now, who have part of the solution, who have a perspective for a solution, have a mandate, have a responsibility, a duty to mobilize and activate the people. Because the people are so ready, majority of the people are so ready and looking so much to be mobilized, to know, para aquí, from here, like this, you can do it. They are so ready. We have to take this mandate to us and say, okay, we do it. We stand and we call the people because they are so ready. And I was sitting in one of the letters, and around us there was a lot of Portuguese children who knew nothing about what they are doing there, but the space just sucked them into a sacred, maybe they wanted to run in the beach, to eat ice cream, but suddenly they were so silent, so attentive, trying to sing the songs with us, trying to be there, and just brought me into being humble into this space of taking the mandate and stand for it. So thank you for this activity. Thank you for this prayer. Thank you.
Thank you, Ida. I think this was really one of the most overwhelming experiences yesterday, like the willingness and the wave of support that then suddenly arrived. Janka, you also signed up? And then Fatima, or first Fatima?
Bom dia. Bom dia. Muito, muito, muito grata a todos e a cada um de vocês pela ação que fizemos ontem. Good morning. I'm very, 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 very grateful for each and one of you for what you did yesterday. And I want to greet Mother Earth for what she allowed us to experience yesterday. This amazing, beautiful spot, one of the richest spots and most beautiful spot on Alentejo coast. Can I have the picture, please? No, okay. Yes, and I also felt that the whole Portugal was there. Also, our main allied people from many, many movements against the oil drilling, they were present, and they were so thankful, so deeply astonished with the power of organization and deep planning that action was, because it was a deep organization and planning thing. And I'm very, very happy that I saw friends, activists that I didn't see for the last 20 years, and they were there. Yes, from Lisbon, from Algarve, from many, 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 many places. These people that always stand for life, they always stand for the sacred and to protect what is really important on earth. And when I said the whole Portugal was there, because I was sitting on the F from Furo, and ahead of me there were people, tourists, that they just came, not knowing what was going to be there. And they were even from the northern part of Portugal, even more than Porto, from where I come. So, wow, this is really full with people from everywhere. So a deep, deep, deep thanks to all of you. And may we now, with this step, make a huge shift in this whole movement to protect our coast. Thank you.
Obrigada, Fatima, also for all your support and heart you put into this since many, many, many years already.
Yes, my heart is too loud in order to stay seated. So I have to once say thank you to everybody who joined 1 Billion Rising. You must know, if I got to know, at the time I got to know that campaign, that was 2013, here in our cultural center by Magali. And I invited the community to join into that action, and we did it the first time 2014. And that we now, 2017, joined such an action for our female beloved Mother Earth is for me fully mind-blowing. I did not expect this development. And I want to thank everybody that this happened. And I had many, many teachings. And I want to share one teaching, and it was actually spoken by Tio Cassin when we had our general rehearsal in front of the cultural center. He spoke a prayer afterwards. And he said, if we would know, or if we know how to celebrate life, this word fun would not exist anymore. So how to celebrate life with our core in connection to Mother Earth. Once we know this and we dance life in this way, this word fun wouldn't exist anymore. And that really got me. And we did it yesterday. I felt that we danced connected with this core on our beloved Mother Earth, Pachamama. And I thank everybody who joined this. Thank you.
Thank you, Janka. Okay, so there are three more hands. We have to find out not to make it too long. There will also be more time in the groups to share. I would give the voice to Carlito. Maybe he was one of our filming drone flyers. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I want to thank Mother Earth again, Brother Fire, Sister Water, and Father Sky. I was one of the eye of the eagle, and it was really beautiful to see you all celebrating from above. And yeah, thank you for all that.
Thank you, Carlito, and all the ones who supported in that level. Yeah. Okay, so there were two more hands I saw now. Can you be lean? And then we would have a song. And then still want some concentrated moments for Benjamin. Okay, Ingo.
Thank you. I'm excited, my heart is beating. First of all, I thought going there with a car and protesting against oil drilling, that's a bit funny. So I was happy that there were buses. And then, looking on my own side, how could I continue? And I realized we are too fast. I found slowing down is sacred. I found my bicycle is sacred. I found walking is sacred. So I invite everybody to think about, when we're going to use our cars, to think twice about it. Oh.
Thank you. Yes. May this action ripple also in us, in all levels, to find the next steps of our decision. So, Johannes.
I was just touched by what Martin said, and I want to speak gratitude to a friend. This action was big, there was a lot of energy, so also I am moved, and still when Martin said this was a production since February, I want to once say the whole idea of this event came up in a conversation among 4 friends, one of them Martin, after Tamara had accompanied Standing Rock for a long time in prayer, and Martin really took responsibility for this to happen, what we saw now, and for this to happen, what we sit in. And so I want to say thank you for the dedication of Martin and the power of young men, of men in general, to again take a stand for life. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So I think these were beautiful words to lead into a song, which we can dedicate again to her, our mother. And really, I want to put the gratitude to this magical place again that gave us the strength also to stand and sit in the way we did yesterday. So then we will have a song, and then we have some concentrated words of Benjamin, and then we will let you know how the day continues. Okay. Thank you for your flexibility, Gabriel. Great, a flexitarian. Yeah.
So, okay. Mama, please won't you help me to be a sanctuary, open-hearted, tried and true, with thanksgiving. I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Mama, please won't you help me to be a sanctuary, open-hearted, tried and true, with thanksgiving. I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Mama, Mama, please won't you help me to be a sanctuary, open-hearted, tried and true. Sanctuary, open-hearted, tried and true, with thanksgiving. I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Mama, please won't you help me to be a sanctuary, open-hearted, tried and true, with thanksgiving. I'll be a living sanctuary.
So after this beautiful first round of harvesting, I want to introduce to you the speaker of today. It's Benjamin von Mendelssohn. He's the director of the Grace Foundation, and I would say he's a very, very deep seeker of peeling off all the layers that prevent the heart from finding its full voice. Yeah, he's one of the carriers of Tamera, also a father, a networker, and a beautiful man. And your beloved and my beloved partner. So welcome.
So, there was so much more gratitude in this space, and I know when the heart starts to open, we could probably spend hours now of overspilling hearts. And now I will state my intention to speak anyway to what comes in the coming days. Because in a way, this action was a kind of a climax of our gathering. Maybe there are more, but it was kind of a climax. And the next days are dedicated to alliances. How do we go forward? How do we really come together to find power, to do something that matters? And it is exactly this slim line that I'm treading of letting the power of abundance spilling over now and just let us talk and share what this action meant to us, to kind of focusing our energies and everything that is stirred in the heart now on a common line, on future cooperation. And I feel this is a really important act. Because it was mentioned by Fatima, she said, thank you for the deep planning of this action. And I think we were all in the experience of the action. And usually planning and strategy and a model has a very negative connotation today because it is so central in a culture that has hurt this planet and humanity for so long. And at the same time, she introduced the term of deep planning. You know, there was psychology, and because our culture has turned so shallow, now we have deep psychology. There was ecology, and now we have deep ecology. So we are opening the realm of deep planning, which means we listen to a plan that is already there, and we try to voice it in the most powerful way. And I would like to share one part of a plan that I had the honor and the blessing to see. Somehow we are also stepping into conscious evolution in these times. There was evolution by trial and error, and we know that humanity could keep trying, going the way that we go, and we all know what the error would be. And sure, life would receive a correction by evolution. Life would go on. But we are entering the blessing of conscious evolution. So there is a possibility of trial and realization and correction, adjustment. And I believe part of the blessing we have right now is that we gather on a land like Tamera. Now I'm not talking about Tamera only, but I'm talking about a land where all aspects of culture are dedicated to reuniting with life. In the future, these places might pop up everywhere. We love to call them healing biotopes. And I notice that I also need to give that speech from my own heart and in a way redeem the idea of a model. Before I will keep talking about models, I will explain a little bit of model. Because again, model is something that you can do at home and you bring it somewhere and you say that is the solution. And actually that's only one interpretation of a model. You do it somewhere, you bring it somewhere else. By definition, there's also model which gives a possibility, which models a possibility for other people to follow and imitate, for other places to follow and imitate. And when I talk of cultural models today, I'm not talking of a complete, in detailed plan of how to do it. But I'm talking about the model that brings forth a new culture. And we had a really beautiful example here yesterday. There was a song that we sang, Ukutula, and Pat McCabe asked where this song comes from. And then Robert said from the internet, and there was some laughter. And I think most of us felt we are treading the grounds of cultural wounding. Because there's a modern culture where we just take songs wherever they are and we bring them to the internet, we blast them out there and we say, here you go. And we felt that. And so the model is not that we don't make these mistakes. The model is how we deal with these mistakes. Robert felt that there was a mistake and he brought it back to his heart and said, I took it from the internet because I loved the song. So we are not modeling the perfect way to be, we are modeling a way to become. And for me, this is important to say because models are such important places in my perception of how change can come today. It is very hard for me to see all of humanity waking up to the call of Mother Earth in one moment, because the disconnect from Mother Earth has become culture. It has become structure. And they are structures of fear. And they are so omnipresent that usually we don't even feel these fears anymore. When I ask somebody, are you afraid? You might say yes, a little, or no. But as a culture, we are fear-based. All our structures are fear-based. That is something terrifying to recognize. The food we eat, if we follow it, fear-based, exploitation of the earth. The clothes we wear, if we follow it, I think you're informed. Somewhere children in the Indian Ocean working day and night under conditions that we don't even want to know about. And I could go through all the layers of our culture. And we come to the place where the fear has become a structure that is so natural in us that we don't even notice it anymore. So many times we will say, no, I'm not afraid, because my fear that I carry inside is no different from all of your fears and from all the cultural structures that we are surrounded by. It is normality. This is why we talk of a culture of peace and cultural models. Because one result of this fear is that we always think we have to be better individuals. But we are so much more a result of a collective story than we are usually aware of. The wounds reach so far back. And the information in our DNA that is ruling our action reaches so far back into our collective history that the cultural models we want to create to bring about change need to go to this layer of healing. Cultural models to create a new way of living for all of humanity need to go to the layer where the wounding is and create a new answer. That means we create electricity of trust and cooperation. We create food of trust and cooperation. We create water cycles of trust and cooperation. But most of all, something needs to change in the inner of the human being. Because we can do all the ecological fixes or the technological fixes or the social fixes, if we do not hit this point of transformation that many of us felt yesterday, the culture that we will put forth, the structures that we will put forth, will keep repeating the trauma. The beauty of this vision of places and gatherings like this is that it is not an individual responsibility only or mainly. We can create spaces and places for this healing where we touch the possibility of life on earth. In a place like Tamara and hopefully many more, structures are created where our fear can be released, where our fear of separation can be released because we become tribe again. And we notice how primordial the fear of separation runs. And in these places, there's work to do because deep planning of this event is in the spirit of time, in the zeitgeist, that gatherings like this take place. And people being involved know how much work it is that we all come to this level of truth and trust that the emergence of life can happen again. These places to heal community need to be grounded in truth and trust. They need to be places where we can let go of our cultural conditioning. You know, the fear that I mentioned before that we are not even aware of, that we start noticing it and are together in circle to heal it. At the same time, these places have a chance to reflect this newly found trust in all aspects of life. When community is healed, when the inner of the human being, the brokenness of the human being is healed, we start creating not only sustainable models and lifestyle. At the moment, we will start creating regenerative lifestyles with the earth. Because this is our natural way to be. When we, in the coming days, look at alliances and at coming projects, there might be the possibility that we look together how these places can emerge, how these first places that model the new possibility can emerge. There is so much good work done. There are so many people waking up right now to another way with the earth. It needs almost something like crystallization points, where this new culture can come into structure and into shared reality between people. You know how crystallization works? There is a solution, and you keep feeding in, for example, a special salt, and you still see the clear solution, and then you keep on putting in grains of salt, and at a moment there is a core, the heart of a crystal to come, and from that place the structures form like magic. And all of a sudden, a whole solution creates these structures of beauty and crystals. And humanity is getting to this point. We are almost saturated with pain, but also with knowledge of how it could be. And I hope that in the coming days we will strategize together how these crystallization points can be created, where all of our longing of humanity can crystallize and create a culture, structures of peace, structures of mutual support, structures of returning to the earth. So that the experience we had yesterday can sustain. That it is more than a one-time experience that we happen to run into. That we actually consciously create the conditions for this experience to emerge. And probably this is already enough. I once wanted to plant this vision how change can come to so many people on this earth by these first centers of light, they are sometimes called. And they will emerge anyway. But we can participate and by giving them consciously the complexity that they need to respond to all the different traumas all around the world, to give alternatives for all the aspects of our lifestyle. And in a way, these models, they will look so different. I'm not worried about it at all. If we hit the core of universal healing, of course it will look different than Tamara. I mean, who envisions, if you go to your heart, a unified culture all over the world? They will look so different. And at the same time, we are modeling universal principles of healing and connected lifestyle, unified lifestyle, that are urgent in our time for people to see and perceive. There is something of communities coming together today with a global vision. There is such a need and such a hunger for tribe and community, but so little knowledge of how to do it. And what brings communities and people really together is the vision that we strive towards. There is something where if a place like Tamara or other places, a group of 150, 200, 300, 500 people say, we want to create a model for the life that we desire. Some of the individual trauma, of the individual pain points can transform in this common intention. With a global aspiration to create such a model, we actually become a tribe, a collective of a communal being where the necessities of the whole become more important than my individual necessities. And if we come to that point as human beings, we are a model. So a warm invitation for the coming days to forge alliances and come together on that level of healing that we all know is needed. Thank you for your contributions.
Yeah, thank you, Benjamin. Coming back to a life where the necessities of the whole are more important than the individual necessities. And I want to thank for the many years of deep planning that Benjamin is on already. And I also want to say that somehow this gathering this year feels very, very special to me, like a threshold into a next level of depth and also spirit connection to bring together like the knowledge that has been developed in Tamera and many places, and especially coming together even deeper with indigenous knowledge. I feel that there's it holds a very special potential. I want to thank for that. So now we would ask Gabriel to sing a song, and then we will give more information how it goes on.
Translators, this is for you. Okay. So they say we get by with a little help from my friends. So I want to ask my friends from Brazil. You know, they say we are in conflict in football, but in music and in life, we are brothers. And also there's someone, a special guest who might surprise us. Sorry, there's a special guest that might surprise us, and she knows who she is, so I won't say. In the middle of the song. I can't hold this and play at the same time. Oh. So I say one more word about what I'm going to sing, which was a request by Brother Benjamin, and I haven't sang this in a long time because it's been sung a lot in many circles. It's a song about wholeness and not peace, as I said a couple of times already, but I like this, so I will say it again. It's not an agreement, a piece of paper, a peace agreement. It's the word salam and in Arabic and shalom in Hebrew, which mean wholeness. That's where it comes from. So until every single voice and every single color is not represented in its divinity and its humanity and its life, there won't be that shalom and salam. So this is our yearning with this song to bring the joy, to give us courage and compassion and humor to be able to achieve this.
So, how it goes on today. So all the people who came for the action yesterday and for the weekend are invited together today at 3 o'clock at the terrace of the campus, and you will be picked up there for guided tours through the land of Tamera, and then also, space to exchange questions and answers. And the people of the Defend the Sacred gathering we have, who have not had a tour yet and want to have one, are invited to also join at 3 o'clock. At the campus, on the terrace, where the reception is. Yeah, great. Then today the cafe will be open from 2 till 6:30 at the Cultural Center, and we will have a more or less free afternoon, so that we have time to be in the cafe, to exchange, to digest, to sit on the land, to swim in the lakes. And the the activists group, we invite you together at 6 o'clock at our place in the Solar Village. And a reminder for the community group, you will also gather at 5:30 at your place. And the other group, I don't know. The other group has no meeting today. And then tomorrow morning, it's Monday again, and since many, many years, the Tamera community has the tradition to every Monday morning at sunrise, many people go and meditate and pray with a special question, and also training us in that sense for this deeper cooperation with all beings. And tomorrow, everybody is invited also to come to the stone circle for the sunrise prayer at 6:50. It's early. And the question we want to give tomorrow is the question, what is my role in global healing? So 6:50 in the stone circle. 10 to 7, one could also say. And the question, what is my role in global healing, is for me very fitting also to the words that Benjamin just spoke. Like these models, for example, and in order to create a healthy humanity again on this planet, or with this planet, it is very essential that everybody finds his or her unique role and contribution, like in an organism. Every organ has to know where is my place, and from there the cooperation to create something bigger together can start. From there the unification can come, from really knowing who you are and what your contribution is, and not from trying to be like others. Yes, and then tomorrow there is breakfast again, and at 10 o'clock we will all gather here in the aula, and afterwards there will be a group day. So more time in your groups to digest and share. Yeah. And for all groups, no? Yeah. And now after this gathering there is brunch. It's also a tradition in Tamera that on Sundays we have brunch and not breakfast. So there's brunch, and then dinner will be the next food. Yes. So thank you for this rich morning. And thank you also for this ride of deep planning and really reconnecting. I really love the thought of bringing our intelligence together again to create sustainable, that these actions become sustainable and it's not just an event. Yeah, so thank you for this morning. Thank you for yesterday. Okay, so once again, to make it very clear, the activist group will have brunch also in the Solar Village, in case there were questions. And the dishwashers for lunch at the campus, they dishwash for brunch. Okay? So I hope everything is clear now. And thank you. Also, I want to just mention again the whole team that supported yesterday, and a special thanks also to Anne and Law, who put a lot of organization in. Yeah, and the kitchen that brought food. This was also special. And we can go on the whole day thanking each other for all the special pieces each of us carried, that this worked out as it worked out yesterday. Yeah, may this become sustainable. Ahoy!